Good morning, YouTube. It is 6:48 a.m. It's Wednesday, March 4th. I hope you can hear me. I'm in the car, obviously, and I'm about to go to the gym. The first couple of clips that you saw was just me making my first, my pre-workout meal, which you didn't see the banana, but I ate the banana already, in addition to like the protein shake. And then I made my like intro workout drink. So I did that. Now I'm in the car about to go to the gym. And I'm going to do legs today. I don't know what type of video today is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a day in the life. I kind of just wanted to do a sit down of like, you know, who I am. So I might do that in addition to like a day in the life type of thing. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. I'm going to try not to make it super, super long and talk so much like I did in the last one. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next clip. So before you say anything, yes, I have started to do my leg days with no shoes on. This is because I've been having issues trying to like not feel the floor, but like my toes lifting in certain exercises. So my coach recommended like maybe try no shoes, and a lot of people in my group chat for my team has like they do leg days with no shoes. So I've been trying it and I like it. So don't come for me for that.
So I know this doesn't look like much weight, but this is like a weird machine where it's like counterbalanced or something like that. So that 30 pounds that's on the back is really like 137 pounds or some shit like that. I don't know. And there's also weight on the front of the machine too. So yeah, I'm not just pendulum squatting 30 pounds only. It's like it starts off the machine with no weight is 90 pounds already. So anything you add on there, it's like, I don't know, it's a weird machine. I like it, but it's a little weird when you do the math. I have to kind of like look at the back of the machine and read what it says about like how many pounds you add equals how much actual weight. So yeah. Okay, so this is my leg press. I usually use a different machine, but someone was on it and they had just gotten on it, so I wasn't trying to like wait for them to do all their sets, so I just hopped on this one. I like this machine. I feel like I get even better range of motion, and I know like my coach was trying to get me to get like deeper in these leg presses. So I'm actually going to send this video to her to see if how she likes what is going on here. But anyways, for me, I like to grab the handlebars, not like squeeze them, but just make sure that like when you grab them, it kind of keeps your butt from lifting off of the machine. I know sometimes people have that issue. I used to have that issue. So I feel like if I grab the handles, I'm like pulling myself into the machine so that I don't like lift my pelvis off the machine. As you can see, this kind of took me out a little bit, but I'm getting really good depth, and I really like this exercise on this machine. So here we have everyone's favorite exercise, Bulgarian split squats. So with this one, I've been working on not tilting my back so far forward. Last week's video that I sent to my coach, I was leaning forward too far. So she wanted me to really think about driving that back leg into the pad thing or that red thing that I'm have my foot on. Um, so I feel like I did a better job with that, but I don't know. Like maybe I didn't. So I will send her this video tomorrow in my check-in and see what she says about that. But um, I don't think it's. I don't think she said it's bad to have to lean forward a little bit. I think I was just doing too much last week. So I think I scaled back a little bit on that. Like I think you're obviously gonna lean forward a little bit, but I think maybe I was too far last week. And hopefully this is better. Like I feel like it's a little bit better. I think it could be even less of me moving, tilting forward. But I'll see what she says, and I'll continue to work on it because that's what we do. That's the purpose of filming your workouts and sending them to your coach is to get feedback and improve and do better, basically.
Hello, I am back. It is 12:30. I got back from the gym around 10:30. Only thing I've done is, I took a shower. I had my second meal of the day, my post-workout meal, which was cream of rice, blackberries, almond butter, protein powder, and egg whites. So I ate that, and now I'm just editing this video actually. I uploaded my clips and everything. So I'm just, going through the clips, putting everything together. Sorry I didn't film or like take a picture of like my meal, but I don't know, I was pretty hungry and I was, a little bit behind. I had my first meal at like whatever that earlier clip was, around like 6:45-ish. So that's kind of a long time in between. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep working on this video and working on some other stuff, and then I'll see you in the next clip, which is probably gonna be my next meal, meal 3, and whatever else I'll be doing today. So, hello, I'm back. So I'm doing cardio right now on the bike, and I just wanted to jump on here and say that throughout the day I didn't do much. I took a nap. I ate a couple meals, one of which I will probably try to put, insert into this clip somewhere. But yeah, I'm doing the bike right now. Not my favorite type of cardio, because I don't know, it's just a lot after a leg day, but that's what I have to do right now. So I'm gonna finish that up, and then I'll see you in the next clip. Hi, I am back. So I just finished doing my cardio on the bike, and I just wanted to sit down and kind of like talk about, a little bit about me, a little bit about who I am and like my background. I think in this video I'll just do like an about me like background, and then in another video I'll talk about like, my bodybuilding and stuff that like I'm doing right now, like show plans and progress and stuff like that. I'll start sharing that stuff like in my next video. But yeah, so I just wanted to like say who I am and how I kind of got my start. So obviously my name is Fane. I'm 32 years old. I live in Maryland. I'm from Maryland, like born and raised. So yeah, I've been here most of my life. I went to college elsewhere, but yeah, I've been here forever. So my background is in dance. So I was a professional ballet dancer. I've been doing ballet since I was probably like 3 or 2, probably 3, not 2. Yeah, probably 3. I've danced at different dance programs all over the country, different summer programs, different ballet schools and stuff like that. My bachelor's degree is in ballet, funny enough. And I also teach dance and coach competition dance as well. And I've been doing that for about 10 years. So like since I got out of college, out of undergrad. So with that background, if you know anything about ballet, it's all about being, slim and slender. We weren't really encouraged to lift weights or do anything. If we were going to the gym, it was just go run on the treadmill or do cardio basically. And also, just, not eating very much, trying to stay skinny, trying to stay like in a certain mold. And that got kind of tiring for me. I danced in companies like towards the end of, when I stopped dancing, that were more, accepting of different like body types and weren't trying to push that idea or that mold. So shout out to that dance company. Not gonna really name them on here, but shout out to them. But yeah, that's kind of like where I came from. I didn't really lift weights or anything like that. I guess genetically, like my parents are more fit, so at least I have that going for me. I don't think I have like superior, like crazy genetics. Just I kind of am okay in that area. So I sort of like, I never really knew anything about like weightlifting or bodybuilding, especially like in my early 20s, mid 20s, stuff like that. I just kind of like, when I would go to the gym, I would work out and I would do like crunches and abs. I would do elliptical. I would run on the treadmill. Um, Sometimes I would do like squats, but like with dumbbells. I never was doing like Smith machine squats or like deadlifts or like anything like that. So I didn't really have like a big like fitness and weightlifting background before I was introduced to bodybuilding. I also did not eat very well. Like I said, as a dancer, like it was ingrained to not really eat very, to not eat very much, and to, have to fit into like, a certain mold. So I didn't, I was, under eating a lot of, my 20s, mid 20s, late 20s even. So nutrition, non existent. Like I was not doing what I was supposed to do in that area. So I officially stopped dancing in 2020 during the pandemic. I think I did my last performance in 20. No, I did my last performance in 2020, like February. Um, and then the pandemic happened. I was still taking dance classes and stuff like that, but we obviously were not performing. So I did that for a year. I did like my virtual, like online dance classes with the dance company that I was with. And then in 2021, or also in 2020, like my apartment gym was semi open, and I would, go and do Peloton because they had a bunch of Pelotons, and I was just doing like cycling classes just to kind of like, do something. And I did that for a while. And then 2021, the gym started to open up, and I didn't really like how I was feeling and how I was looking. I knew my nutrition wasn't that great. I was drinking a lot during the pandemic. Like I know a lot of people might have been in that same position too. And I just didn't really like how I felt, how I looked, all that stuff. And I was seeing people on Instagram, on social media, like starting to do like fitness classes, like on Instagram. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe, like, I didn't take any classes or anything like that, but I was like, oh, maybe I should like, learn how to lift at some point once gyms open. So gyms started to open up around like February or January of 2021 in my area. And I knew someone who was competing or signing up, to compete and getting ready for a show. And at that same time, I had signed up with like bodybuilding.com. I don't even know if that website is still around, but it was like an app called Body Fit or like Be Fit or something like that. And I signed up for like a 12-week program. It was free. So it's not like I had to pay for it, but it was like a guided like workout. It told you when to do cardio. It didn't give any nutrition advice. I was just kind of like looking on Instagram for like little ideas of like healthy breakfasts and lunch and, meals and stuff like that. So I did that I started that 12-week thing alongside the person that I knew who was competing, was going to the gym like early in the morning, and was like, hey, if you want to join this gym, or if we join the same gym, we can meet up. Like I can show you what I'm doing, since I'm, in prep, and like I'm learning a lot about like, nutrition and like lifting, and you're just kind of getting started. And then it's like kind of a accountability thing. Like, you're going to the gym to meet someone there. You're just going to make sure you show up, I was like, all right, cool, like whatever. So I started doing that in February of 2021. So eventually, the girl was like, hey, why don't you like come train with my coach and my team on the weekends? Like they're there every weekend. And I was like, at first I was like reluctant. I was like, I don't know. I don't really want to train with bodybuilders. I'm kind of new to everything. And like, I don't know, it's just kind of embarrassing, um, can't really like lift heavy and, stuff like that. So it was just like a little bit like, I don't know, I was a little shy to do that. But eventually like I came around to it. And I think in April is when I first met her coach, who ended up being my coach, later down the line. And I just started training with him and like the team and meeting people and talking to them about their experiences competing. And I was like, okay, like people kept asking, like, oh, you're gonna compete? Like you would do like really well in bikini. And I was just like, oh yeah, I don't know. Like I really like to eat. You know, I don't want to like be dieting all the time. Like, no. So I ended up going to the show, um, a show that like the girl who introduced me to everything was in, and I really liked what I saw. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, and then I started following like other bikini athletes. And I was seeing like the glam, all that, the performance aspect of it with like the posing and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is actually really cool. Like, this kind of combines like ballet, like performance with like weightlifting and, you know, strength and like fitness and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, I like to perform. I wasn't performing at the time, obviously. So I was like, okay, this might be a nice little like substitution for, you know, my ballet stuff that I wasn't doing anymore. So I talked to the coach and was like, hey, I want to try it, pick out a show for me and we can get started. So he picked out a show for me. I did my first show in November of 2021. And yeah, since then I've just been going along. I stuck around with that coach from 2021 to 2024. I did my last show in 2024 of April, so last year. And then I ended up switching to the coach that I have currently now. So that's kind of my story. Also, I wanted to mention after the 2021 show, I did like a tiny off season, I guess, and then started prep again in February of 2022. And then I did 2 shows. I did one in May and then one a couple weeks later in June. And then I took off season for that. And maybe one day I will talk about how that off season went, because that was like the first time I really experienced like post-show depression and all that stuff. It was wild. But then after that, I prepped again in 2023. I didn't make it on stage. And then after I called it, I took off again and then prepped again in 2024 and did a show in 2024 in April. Did an off season from May, I guess, to January of 2025. And here I am in prep now. And I'll do another video explaining like, where I'm at in prep right now, what my show plans are, how things are going, how my off season went. There's a lot of things I could talk about. I just didn't want to cram it all into one video because I don't want it to be like super long. But yeah, that's me. That's my background. That is where I come from and what I've been doing the past couple of years. And I guess hopefully stay tuned for what is next for me. Hello, YouTube. So as you can tell, it's the next day. It's Thursday, and I'm at my sister's house. Obviously, different background, but I just wanted to film this video to close out. So I think probably the last thing that you saw was just like me talking about like my background or whatever. So yeah, I just didn't want to like cut the video there. I wanted to just do an exit or a outro video. So if you watched this far, thanks for doing that. Continue to stay tuned. I'll be posting more things. Hopefully you liked the video. Leave a comment if you want or not. It's fine. But yeah, thanks for tuning in and I'll see you next time.